been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Rivers on first down, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nyheim Hines.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Zach Pasco. Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 57 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Smith catches left side. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take...
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to number 13.
T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44-yard
line. It's a game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Tannehill. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to
Adam Humphries. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Tannehill on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers, he's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Out to the right to Humphreys. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
So remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side on the swing pass, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 5 from the 8. Again, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
24-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's good.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now a timeout taken.
1st and 10.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. 31's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So we've come to halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Henry.
Derrick Henry on the handle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They set up the screen for Henry.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Second and inches at the Colts' 44-yard line.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Brissett sets to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Khalif Raymond now. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Titan. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Colts' leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
Brings up second.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one.
It's fourth down.
They're going to try and throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A pickup of 2 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Brings up.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And this is caught off a deflection.
Brissett's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, it's Brissett. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Derrick Henry.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Tonight's final
Well, Charles,
score.
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.